Okay, so you get to the landing page and you're going to hit sign up and go ahead and enter in your information. For speed purposes, I already put it in. You have to have a unique email. Type in a password, a combination of letters and numbers greater than 6 characters. Okay, log it in. Enter your email here. Put in the password that you created. Here we see the dashboard. Got a couple of screens here, and you can basically filter by project, by trade, by class, but we don't have any data yet, so this is what it'll look like without any data. If you navigate to the sidebar, we're going to try to add a user and click on users, and then click add new user, and this modal should pop up. The trade and classification determines the account type. So there's company admin, there's project manager, and then the rest are user accounts. Here's a typical org chart. Usually the project managers will approve the workers like carpenters, electricians, and then the company admin will set the rates. Deleting an account is really easy. Just go to the users tab in the sidebar, click the user you want to delete, and hit the delete button. Changing passwords is easy. Just navigate to the settings tab, go up to user profile, and go to the change password box and enter in your new password. Note that it must be at least 6 characters and contain numbers. One thing we need to do before creating a new time card is enter in a project. So we're going to navigate to the project tab, click the create new project. For the sake of speeding up, enter in all this information, project name, address, city, state, and we'll put in the start date, end date, bid date, and then a project code. Usually just go in numerical order. For project code, we don't need a book yet. And here we go. We see we created a new project. It's in our projects database. Now that we've created a new project, we're going to create a time card. So navigate to create time card, minimize the sidebar, and here's the project that we just entered. And I'm just going to make up some hours here. Let's say we didn't work on Wednesday. What we can do is go down to the clock here, and we're just going to clear these hours. So clear the start time, clear the end time, and then we're going to put in some overtime hours for Thursday. So we just going to mix it up a little bit. Go to navigate to PM first, click PM, and then click the end time, start and end time. So we did some overtime on Thursday. Take off this break right here, and we have a time card. So let's see if we can submit it. Just double check. None of the times overlap. They shouldn't. Hit submit. There we go. Payroll successfully submitted. Let's view the time card that we just made. So go to the mobile icon here, and we can see that here's our pending time card. We see that we have 32 hours and overtime hours of 1.5. And here's the credited hours that applied the breaks, correct in 8 hours each day. 1.5 overtime on Thursday is what we wanted. So this looks correct. Let's say we wanted to edit that time card. So we'll come back here. We'll go back to mobile view. Click on the mobile view icon. And now we can see the time card here. We're going to click edit, and if we want to change the project, we can, but we just want to add some more overtime here. Let's just say we work till 6 p.m. on that Thursday. Update time card. Boom, successfully. The dashboard should reflect our most recent time card, and it does. We can see the overtime has been updated. Approving time card is easy as a company admin or project manager. You just hit the mobile view tab, and you can either delete or you can also hit the approve button here, approve, and that will approve the time cards. And now you're ready to run your first payroll. Okay, so we're gonna go over how to run payroll, and the first step is to choose the time cards. Usually I would recommend approving the time cards first, and then once they get to this page, you can hit the approved button, hit approved and hit complete, and then all those approved time cards should pop up, and you can select it for the next stage. The next step in the process is to choose the right rate. We populate certain rates set by DIR, but if you want custom ones, just request so. And here we're going to search over 20,000 rates. So for prevailing wage, you can go for San Francisco County. We type in SFR, put in 2022-2. This is related to the project start. So your project might be different whenever it started. And now we can look up for electrician. Okay, so for the naming convention, it's basically book, and then the trade, a book underscore trade underscore classification. But in the search bar, you can start typing either trade or classification if you want to filter that way. Adding rates is really easy. Setting it to my favorites or adding it to my rates. So you search for the rate, and then you just click the star. And after that, it would pop up in your rates, and you can see it pops up right here, electrician, boom. Okay, so here's how we can create custom rates, and we just put in a name. If it's related to one person, you can just put their name here, and then you can add their trade and classification. So in this case, I'm just going to use company admin, but you can do other things like project manager or carpenter. Put in the start date, and if there's an expiration date, put that there. And then training rate, some people don't have training rates if they're not an apprentice. And we'll put the basic rates and overtime rate, Saturday rate, Sunday rate. There are optional predetermined increases. So if you want to do that, it'll automatically check the date and apply the increases based on the date. But here we won't do that. And here we can see it's created. There's the naming convention, book, trade, and classification. Okay, so now that we got our rates entered into our rate books, we're just going to choose the rates here, apply it for each project, and this second project had 2 overtime hours. So it's applying the overtime rate, and the first one's applying the regular rate. So we actually have to hit mark completed to go to the next step to generate the report. And here we can see the report. It's calculating everything that we need, regular hours, overtime hours. Saturday, well, there was no Saturday, but we can see the total wages. You can see the week ending, which is just the current week whenever you run the report. Save it as a PDF, save it to your documents, and boom, you're good to go. Let us know how we can do better. Go here, open the sidebar, go to suggestions. You can enter in the suggestion box, put in your name, put in your suggestion. You know, maybe you want certain rates maintained. I can definitely do that. Set up the integration, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let us know how we can do better. Okay, if you want to limit the read data for certain accounts, here's how you do it. Open the sidebar, go to Users tab, and here we have the different types of users accounts. I have a company admin account, so I'll put all projects for him. And then for the project manager, I'll just put one project. You can select multiple projects as well.